A very good afternoon to all my dear students and welcome to Agrawal Vidya Vihar Digital Classroom for the subject of Advanced Accounting and Auditing Paper 6. I, Professor Shaurya Shah, welcome all of you to my classroom. Dear students, as in the last lecture, we had discussed about the ratio analysis. All the theory was completed. Again, we saw four main heads types of ratios and we saw various formulas for it. I suppose everyone must have understood it and you must be clear with all the formulas which we had discussed. I have provided you the notes for the ratio analysis also very well in advance, and also I have given you 6 short questions to be completed today in lecture. Fine. So we will start with the short sums. I suppose everyone must be clear with the formulas. So together we will solve one by one. Now dear students, all the 6 short sums that we are gonna solve today are university solutions, right? So they are again and again asked in your university. The pattern remains the same, only the figure changes, fine? So we'll be seeing one by one. The very first short sum, as you can see, the question also on the same page we will be solving. So the first question, what is the first question? It is your VNSGU 2013 students. Stock turnover ratio is 8 times. Sales is given 5 lakh rupees. GP is 25% on cost and closing stock is 10,000 more than the opening stock. Now students, following 4 information are given to you. On that basis what you need to do is you need to find out the closing stock, right? So always remember, in such kind of sums, always start with the condition which is given to you, right? So what is the condition? Closing stock is 10,000 more than the opening stock. So what I need to do is I need to first find out the amount of average stock, right? What is the formula of stock turnover? Stock turnover ratio formula is average stock, that is, again we can say in numerator there will be cost of goods sold upon average stock, right? So first what I'll do is I'll put up and assume my closing stock, whatever is given. Closing stock students is 10,000 more than the opening stock. So what I'll do is first I'll start with average stock is equals to opening plus closing divided by 2. So you all are aware with this formula, students. So what I do is, whatever condition is given, assume that closing stock is 10,000 more than the opening stock. So I'll assume my opening stock to be X. My closing stock will now become X plus 10,000, right? Why? Because it is 10,000 more than that, divided by 2. Is it clear, I suppose? So what my equation stands for, if I multiply these students, then it will be 2x plus 10,000 divided by 2. So I'll get the final equation. If I take 2 common, that will be x plus 5,000 will be my average stock. Right now, as we don't have the value of average stock also, opening and closing also is missing. So what we'll do is, we will take it as x plus 5,000 only. Fine. Now the second step you need to do is, whatever is given, you need to find out sales out of it, right? As we are not knowing the sales, but our information is given that gross profit is 25% on cost, right? So gross profit, if it is 25% on cost, then it will be definitely meaning that 20% on sales, right? So you all must be knowing that equation. If it is 25% on cost, then it is 20% on sales. So what I'll do is, students, I will now find out in the formula COGS is equals to sales minus GP. This formula also alternatively I showed you in the lecture when we were learning the theory part. Sales minus GP. What is my sales? 5 lakh rupees. I am being given in the sum. Sales is 5 lakh minus GP. 20% on sales. So 20% of 5 lakh is 1 lakh. So I'll get the answer of cost of goods sold is 4 lakh rupees, right? So I suppose it is clear to each and every student. Now for the formula of stock turnover ratio, I need cost of goods sold that I am having. I need average stock that I am having in equation form. I have the answer of stock turnover ratio also. So what I can do is, students, now I can find out the answer for your closing stock and cost of goods sold, right? So what we need to do is, we need to now put up in the formula stock turnover ratio is equals to, remember students, it is important and necessary to write down formula in each and every sum. Stock turnover ratio is equals to cost of goods sold upon average stock. Stock turnover ratio, answer I am having 8. Cost of goods sold, answer again we found out right now only 4 lakh. Upon average stock, I am having the equation, that is x plus 5000. So what I'll put is x plus 5000. Now taking it, multiplying it, if I take it here on the left hand side, my answer will become 8x plus 40,000 is equals to 4 lakh. 8x plus 40,000 is equals to 4 lakh. If I further solve it, my answer will be x is equals to 4 lakh minus 40,000 divided by 8. 4 lakh minus 40,000 divided by 8, right? So what I'll get is, students, now the answer x is equals to 45,000 rupees. Now what is being asked in the sum, students, that you need to look very carefully. You have been asked the value of closing stock. Now x stands here for opening stock, right? So what will be my closing stock? Finally my closing stock will be x plus 10,000. So closing stock is equals to x plus 10,000, that is 45,000 plus 10,000. So I'll get my answer of closing stock as 55,000 rupees is my final answer that is asked in the sum. This sum is asked generally for 3 to 4 marks, students. I suppose each and everyone is clear with this part. Fine. So always start with the information which is given to you in the sum, and then you can proceed further with the sum, so that one by one each and every information can be found out. I suppose everyone must have completed this sum. If any doubts, feel free to ask in Google Classroom. We are here to help you out, students. Fine. So I suppose each and everyone is clear with this part. Again, the next sum is based upon the same equation. If you are clear with this, your next sum will be very much clear. Fine. So we will be starting with your next sum. Next sum is already again given to you. Question number 2. Question number 2. Again, this is VNSGU 2013. What has been given in the sum, students? Stock turnover is 4 times. Again, in the previous sum it was given, in this sum also it is given. Average stock is 11,250. In previous sum average stock was not given, here it is given. Opening stock is 2,500 less than the closing stock, right? So if my opening stock is 2,500 less than the closing stock, I need to assume closing stock as X. Find out the amount of purchases. You directly need to find out the amount of purchases. Fine. Shall we start? I suppose each and everyone is having the question with you. Fine. Now putting up with the formula in which the answer is given, right? So what I am having the stock turnover ratio 4 times, right? So I will start particularly with the stock turnover ratio. So putting first of all in the stock turnover ratio, STR is equals to cost of goods sold upon average stock. Cost of goods sold upon average stock. So what is my answer? I have been given 4 times the answer I am having. Cost of goods sold, I don't know right now. I am not having the answer. Average stock, again I am knowing. 11,250 is the answer for average stock, students. So what I'll get is, I'll get the answer for cost of goods sold is equals to 4 into 11,250 will give me the answer of 45,000 rupees is my COGS, right? I suppose everyone is clear with this part. COGS is 45,000 rupees. Moving on to the next part. Now I have got this. Now we need to find out the closing stock first of all and opening stock, right? So I suppose my closing stock is X, because whatever base is given, you always take that as X. So my closing stock, if it is X, what will be my opening stock? Opening stock is 2500 less than closing stock. So my opening stock will be X minus 2500. I suppose it is clear, students? Fine. Now putting up in the formula of your average stock, what is the formula? Average stock is equals to opening plus closing. Average stock is equals to opening plus closing divided by 2. Opening plus closing divided by 2, right? So I will put up every equation which we have found out in the particular sum. Opening stock, I am knowing what is the value of opening stock. It is X minus 2500 plus closing stock X divided by 2. So what I will get is, when I solve the equation, average stock answer I am having, that is 11,250 is my answer for average stock. So in that, when I solve this further, I will multiply this first of all, this 2 with 11,250. So my answer will be, again on the left hand side, 22,500, 11,250 into 2, this is overall divided by 2, is equals to, you have 2x minus 2500. Again putting up 2500 this side, 25,000 is equals to 2x. So my x will be 12,500. X here is my closing stock and my opening stock will be 12,500 minus 2,500 will give me the answer of 10,000 rupees. Is it clear, students, to each and everyone? Opening stock is 10,000 and closing stock is 12,500. I suppose clear to each and every student? Fine. Now moving on to the next part, what is asked in the sum, we have just solved the half sum, students. You have been asked with the purchase amount. Fine. So how I can find out the purchase amount? To find out the purchase amount, I need to go to the formula of cost of goods sold. You must be clear with the formula of cost of goods sold, students. COGS is equals to opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock. COGS answer I am having, we have found out 45,000 is equals to opening stock is 10,000, purchase I don't know, closing stock is 12,500. Solving this will go this side, 35,000 plus 12500 is equals to x. So I will get my answer, x is equals to 47500, and my x stands for purchases. So 47500, what is the answer they have asked for? Purchases is equals to 47500 rupees. Is it clear to every student? Fine. So this is asked for 3 marks. So always remember students, whatever is asked, whatever information is given, you have to always start with that particular information. Then only you can proceed further. I suppose it is clear to each and every student. Fine. So this was your second sum, students. We'll be starting with the third short sum. Fine. What is being given in the sum, students? This is VNSGU 2014. You have been given profit before interest and tax rupees 6,50,000. Corporate tax rate is 40%. 10% debentures is rupees 5 lakh, and NP ratio is 18%. So this 4 information is given. On the basis of this information, students, you need to find out the sales amount, right? So again, a easy sum. What is the formula of net profit ratio? Whatever is given in the sum, you have to always start with that particular thing. So what is the formula of net profit ratio? The formula for net profit ratio is net profit after tax divided by sales, right? But students, here I have been given profit before interest and tax, commonly known as PBIT, right? So what you need to do is, first of all, convert this PBIT into profit after tax. So what we'll do, first we will start with the PBIT and then we will convert it into your profit after tax. So first write down profit before interest and tax, already given in the sum, 6,50,000 rupees. Now as we already know, PBIT minus, always there is interest and then tax. Many students makes the mistake of deducting the tax first and then interest. So your answer will be completely wrong, students, right? So take care for that. Interest is your 10% on debentures of 5 lakh rupees. Interest is 10% on 5 lakh rupees will give me the answer of 50,000. So what is my profit before tax? Interest we have deducted, profit before tax is 6 lakh rupees. Profit before tax is 6 lakh rupees, right? So what I need to do now, from this I need to reduce tax rate. What is my corporate tax rate? 40%. So 40% of 6 lakh gives me the answer of 2,40,000. So my answer stands at 3,60,000. What is this 3,60,000, students? This is profit after tax. NPAT, we can say net profit after tax. Now in this formula, students, once I have it, I will put up this in the formula of your net profit ratio, right? So what is net profit ratio? NP ratio is equals to profit after tax divided by sales into 100. So what is my net profit ratio? 18% given in the sum. What is my profit after tax? Just now we have found it 3,60,000. Sales I am not knowing, so I'll put up x here into 100. So when I have solved this, students, x will come here, 3,60,000 divided by 18 into 100. So what I'll get is the answer. You can find it out. It is 20 lakh rupees. That is the answer for sales, which is asked in the sum for 3 marks. So if you analyze the sum, dear students, then each and every information which is given, you can use that and you can find out it further for the various formulas for it. I suppose it is clear to each and every student. Fine. So this was your short sum number 3. The value of the sales you need to find out, that is 20 lakh rupees. Is it clear to each and everyone? Fine. If you are clear with the formulas in the ratio analysis chapter, it will be very much easy for you to solve the sums quickly. In exam, the sums will be a little bit twisted, so you need to be very clear with the concepts. Fine. Moving on to the next short sum which I have given you, that is your again sum number 4. Sum number 4 is your VNSGU 2018. The recent sum which is asked 2 years back in your exam. Just go through the sum for a while, students, and then we'll start with it. What information is given. Fine. I hope all the students must have read it. What is it? Data's velocity is given 3 months. Now in other words, students, data's velocity means your data's turnover ratio. It is given in months. Generally we have it in days. Next is given gross profit ratio 25%. Okay. Gross profit for the year ended on 31st March 2018 amounted to rupees 4 lakh and bills receivable were 25,000. Find out the sales and the data, right? So GP is also given for the year and GP ratio is also given. So immediately it should click in your mind that GP ratio formula is GP ratio is equals to gross profit upon sales into 100. So from, if you are having the value of GP, if you are having the value of GP ratio, you can very first step find out sales amount, right? And then we will put up in the data's ratio. Fine. I suppose each and everyone is clear with this part of the sum. We'll be start solving it. Now the very first thing I will start is with GP ratio. GP ratio is equals to GP ratio is equals to gross profit upon sales into 100. Gross profit upon sales into 100. So I am having the answer of GP ratio 25 given in the question. Then I am knowing the GP also 4 lakh rupees. Then I don't know the sales, so it will be X into 100. Is it clear? Fine. Now if I solve it, X is equals to 4 lakh upon 25 into 100. So I'll get the answer of my X is equals to sales is equals to 16 lakh rupees. So the answer of my sales is 16 lakh rupees. I hope it is clear to each and every student. Fine. So in the very first step, I have got the answer of the sales. Now what other information is given in the sum? Data's velocity is given. So what is data's velocity? Data's velocity is nothing but your data's ratio. So first I have found out GP ratio. Second, I will put up in the data's ratio debtors ratio is equals to debtors plus bills receivable upon sales into number of days generally we take in a year, but if it is a year then you have to take 12 months, that is in a year, right? Debtors ratio already I have in the answer 3 months. As it is 3 months here, it is 12 months. If you are taking here as days, then here also it will be days. 3 is equals to x. Debtors I don't know the answer, I need to find it out, right? Sales we have found out, debtors we still need to find out. Bills receivable, am I knowing my bills receivable? Yes, it is given in the sum 25,000 rupees. Again sales we have just now found it out, 16 lakh in the previous step into 12. So when you solve this, students, your 3 into 16 lakh, 3 into 16 lakh divided by 12 is equals to x plus 25,000. So when you solve it, your answer will be debtors is equals to 3,75,000 rupees. 3,75,000 rupees will be my final answer. So what is asked in your sum, students? The first is your sales, second is your debtors. I suppose everyone is clear with this part. Fine. So this was your students VNSU 2018, asked for 3 marks in the 50 marks exam of your university. Just go through it once again. Fine. I hope everyone is clear with the sum. We'll be moving on to the fifth short sum which I have given to you already. Now what is the sum all about? Again, it is based upon your net profit, students. What has been given? You have been given opening stock, then you have been given purchase, then sales is given, GP is given, and stock turnover ratio is to be calculated, right? Based upon your first sums assumptions only we will be doing it. Now here the information given is for 4 things: opening stock, purchases, sales, gross profit, and you need to find out the stock turnover ratio. Just think for a while how you can calculate it, how we will start, basically with which information. Okay, fine. So what we will do is, the very first thing given to you is your gross profit ratio on cost, right? So we will start, students, with the gross profit ratio. What is your GP ratio? 33 1/3 on cost, right? So if I assume that my cost, if it is 100, the GP on that is 33 1/3, means 33.33. So if I add them, I will get the value of my sales. This is just a assumption made. If cost is 100, GP will be 33.33. So if my sales becomes 133.33, is it clear to every student? Fine. Now if I have the answer of my sales as 320, so I will assume if my sales is 133.33, is it clear? If my sales is 133.33 equals to 3,20,000, so what will be my cost? That is 100. So I'll get the answer of, students, cost of goods sold, COGS, that is my cost itself, right? This whatever we are assuming is COGS, is equals to 40,000 rupees. If you see in the equation, you will find out the answer, 2,40,000 rupees. Is it clear to everyone till now? Right. Now students, what does your cost of goods sold stands for? Your COGS stands for opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock. Just now we saw it, right? So what I'll have is, I have my cost of goods sold, I have my opening stock, I have my purchase. What I'll find out is closing stock. So putting up in the formula, COGS 2,40,000 rupees, opening stock 29,000 plus purchases I am having it 2,42,000 minus X, as I am not knowing it, right? So when I solve this entire equation, you will get the answer. 29,000 will go here, again 2,42,000 and X, right hand side, left hand side. When I solve it, you will get the answer of 31,000 rupees. That is equals to my closing stock. The first answer which is asked in your sum, that is your calculate stock turnover ratio. For that I need my closing stock. So closing stock I have got is your 31,000 rupees. Is it clear? Fine. Now moving on to the next part. For calculating stock turnover ratio, I need average stock. What is average stock, dear students? Opening plus closing divided by 2. So opening stock, I am having the answer of 29,000. Closing stock, just now I found out 31,000 divided by 2. So that will give me the answer of 30,000 as average stock. 30,000 as average stock. Now putting up all the things in the formula, stock turnover ratio is equals to COGS upon average stock is equals to COGS I know, just now I found out 2,40,000 divided by average stock 30. So it will give me the answer of 8 times. It will give me the answer of 8 times. I suppose it is clear, students. So this is asked in your exam for 3 marks, that is 8 times. Fine. So these are the 5 short sums that we have solved, university short sum, students. Again, question number 6 I have given you, that is for your practice itself at your home, right? The final answer of that I will tell you so that you can calculate it, and next lecture I will show you the solution of that first. Question number 6, I have asked you 2 things. Net profit, the answer for that is 40%, and return on investment, the answer for that is 30%. So I have already given you the question, you can solve it, you can check whether you are getting the answer or not, and I will show you the solution post in the next lecture. I suppose each and everyone is clear with today's part. Fine. Have a nice day ahead, students. Study hard. This is Professor Shaurya Shah teaching you Advanced Accounting and Auditing Paper 6. Take good care of yourself. See you in the next lecture, students. Thank you very much.